All right, another great day and a wonderful morning right here on your Frequency Champions. It is Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Welcome to the show Sportssquare, the elder right here on the MIC, ready to do big things this morning. And you do know that when the elder is here, it's all about making sure we give you big, hot, and juicy stories right here from, of course, the clubs, from the players, from the coaches, even as you definitely will get to be hearing from me as well what they are saying on Twitter. Okoroji Chidozie Jefta saying welcome to the show this morning, and the elders will always tell you that a man who pays respect to the great paves the way for his own greatness. When a man is at peace with his gods and ancestors, his harvest will be as good according to the strength of his arm. That is words from the elders. Looking at the king's mouth, the elders would say, one will think he never sucked at his mother's breast. Welcome to the show this morning. No time to waste at all. Let's go straight to giving it to you just the way you love. And I tell you, we're starting off from inside the locker room. Yes, of some of the teams on international duty, even as some are looking to make things happen come next season, even as we go straight. First off, to one man, his name is Joachim Low. Yes, his side played a 2-2 draw against Denmark. Yes, only yesterday, and the man is speaking this morning right here on the show Sportssquare. You do know that the elders are right here to give it to you just the way you love. Yes, indeed, a 1-0 draw, I must tell you. Christian Eriksen getting the goal, and then Joshua Kimmich also netting the equalizer. Joachim Low says he saw plenty of reasons for optimism following Germany's 1-0 draw with Denmark last night. The reigning world champions fielded an experimental 11 as Low has rested the majority of his key men for the upcoming Confederations Cup with an eye on next year's World Cup as well, and they needed the last gap equalizer from Joshua Kimmich to snatch a draw. I tell you, Low was pleased with what he saw do and remains optimistic of course, things that is to come. Germany will now take on San Marino this weekend in a World Cup qualifying, with Australia awaiting in their Confederations Cup opener on the 19th of this month. And the man says a whole lot of positives to pick up right there from that 1-0 draw against the team called Denmark. Now come, let's go straight to the locker room of Australia, where coach of the side, Agne Postecoglou, insists this team's focus is far from the consequences of a loss to Saudi Arabia in a World Cup qualifying. The Socceroos host the Group B clash in Adelaide tomorrow, needing a win to boost their chances of a total finish and a place at Russia 2018. Postecoglou's men are third in the group, 3 points adrift of their opponents and leaders Japan, with 3 matches remaining, failing to win at Adelaide Oval will be a huge blow to the Socceroos' chances of automatic qualification. But Postecoglou says his team are still well placed. I tell you, it is still Sportssquare, ladies and gentlemen. And the elders will tell you that the man who has not secured a place on the floor, yes, indeed, he should not begin to look for a mat. That is the truth of the matter. As the man danced, so the drums were beating for him. Case closed. They say even when there's a strong disagreement, ladies and gentlemen, one has to remember to be discordant, even with respect. The elders will tell you that even as we move on the show this morning. Now come, let's go straight to one man who is looking and making big things. Yes, come next season in the colors of Manchester United. Yes, I tell you, his name is Marcus Rashford, and the man is so instrumental, or you want to say so important to Jose Mourinho's setup. And the man, what is he saying this morning? Come, let's go straight to the world of Marcus Rashford, where he insists Manchester United pursuing big names like Alvaro Morata in the transfer market is a positive thing for the club. Reports suggest United have had a 60 million euro bid for the Real Madrid forward. Morata rejected, with the European champions looking for a fee closer to 90 million euros. The arrival of another striker will add competition for Rashford at Old Trafford, but he insists United always want to attract the top stars. I tell you, and he says good competition is important if you want to be successful. The man not bothered if Man United ought to sign big players, wonderful and quality strikers, because he says It's a good one for the Old Trafford outfit. Now come, let's go straight to one man who's been linked to the move to Borussia Dortmund. His name is Mario Balotelli, and some say he's a good addition to the Borussia Dortmund setup, or you want to say a replacement for the man called Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, with reports stating the Gabonois international is set for a move. But before I go straight to the world of the man talking about Mario Balotelli, come, let's go straight and give you some wonderful information. It's all about the Coca-Cola right here on the show. It is Sportssquare.
Give me overdose, oh baby, Simon Quay.
All right then, yes, I tell you, it's all about the Coca-Cola and one man, ex-international, and of course, one-time African Footballer of the Year. Yes, indeed, Victor Nusaikbeba has commended, yes, the company called Coca-Cola for this year's regional final of the Coca-Cola event. The Prince of Monaco, as he's widely touted, also thanked the company for bringing ex-internationals to grace the occasion, stating that he knows his presence will serve as an inspiration to the younger ones, while also wishing that the brand, yes, will continue to maintain their high structure in discovering talent. Let's take a listen to Victor Ikpeba this morning on Sportssquare.
Coca-Cola, in partnership with the school. No, first of all, I think we have to commend Coca-Cola in partnership with the school sports federation. You know, no, for me, it's a privilege. I've been involved with Copa for a very long time now. It's always a privilege to come around and see for myself. You know, it's all about developing these young boys. We know the importance of education and football. We know the power of Principal Cup in those days. We know the power of school sports in those days. I was part of it too. So I want to commend Coca-Cola for bringing ex-internationals to be involved in this project. We've seen ex-internationals being involved in other areas of the country. Some of them have been in Ibadan, Bauchi. So for me, this is the second time here in Abuja, and for me, it's enjoyable. It's exciting to see these young boys showcasing their talent, and I'm sure without football, I won't be here today. And I'm sure being here today is to be an inspiration to this young boy.
All right, the words of Victor Ikpeba, yes, talking about the Coca-Cola event. What about one woman, Mrs. Sergio Mokoya? Yes, she is the senior brand manager of the Coca-Cola company in Nigeria, and she revealed that the purpose of the Coca-Cola is to get students involved in the game of football. Mokoya also noted that more importantly, the essence is to discover talent where the players are being scouted, especially those who play their way to the finals. Let's take a listen to Mrs. Sergio Mokoya right here on Sportssquare.
The purpose of Coca-Cola is to get students to play football. And while they are playing football, we expose them to training that helps them to develop. And then during the games, we also get different people from the football world to visit the games. So the expectation is that they would play the games, and for those who are successful, who gets to the finals, they would actually be, they would be seen playing by scouts. And at the end of the day, it's the ability that they learn throughout the championship, throughout the games, throughout the Coca-Cola championship, is what will take them to the finals. And at that finals, they would have the opportunity to be seen by different scouts who play.
All right, yes, you heard the woman. It's a wonderful opportunity for the youngsters to be discovered. But what about the man? Yes, indeed, FCT, National School Sports Federation Coordinator, Obafusho man. Well, he has stated this morning that Coca-Cola is doing a great job with this platform in order to discover the abundance of talents in the country.
No doubt, year in, year out, I think this is the third season. It's worth the trouble for Coca-Cola to come this. We have abundant talent in this country waiting to be tapped. And with programs like this, it provides us with that platform to be discovered and to be nurtured. Coca-Cola, they are doing their bit to get these boys discovered I think the necessary authorities should take it further. And that's one of the things Deba was happy about. Discovered him, good enough, is a member of the NFF technical committee. I'm sure from there he can talk to his colleagues over there, so they can take it up from there.
All right then, yes, we're still moving on the show. It is Sportssquare right here on your award-winning station, 88.9 Brilla FM. The eyes can never ever be harmed by sleep. So says the elders. They say do not be in a hurry to rush into the pleasures of the world, like the young antelope who danced herself lame when the main dancer was yet to come. Yes, I tell you, it's all about giving it to you just the way you love. They say a man of worth never gets up to unsay what he said yesterday. Time for us to move on and quickly we're going straight to what the stars are saying. It's all about Bastian Schweinsteiger on Twitter. B Schweinsteiger stood a handle. He says it was 13 years ago today that I made my debut playing for our DFB team. That marked the beginning of many training games. Hashtag dear Mannschaft. Yes, from the man called Bastian Schweinsteiger. What about Sunday Lise? Says my sincerest condolences to his lovely family. May his soul continue to rest in peace. A tragedy and great loss. Solid player, full of strength and willpower. Talking about the man called Chik Tiote. What about Michael Essien? He's also saying the same thing. He says, here today, gone tomorrow. Rest in peace, Chik Tiote. My condolences to the family and friends. Marian Fellaini at Fellaini to the handle says, happy with the win. Now let's focus on Friday. John Ogu, yes indeed, at Ogu. John Ogu says, the man who made my dream a reality. Keep resting well, Big Boss. There's a picture of Big Boss Stephen Okechukwu lifting both the Nations Cup as a player and as a coach on the handle of the man called John Ogu. Also, one man is also tweeting this morning. His name is Dominic Chimhavi. He is, of course, media officer of the South African Football Association, and he says, 1 year ago since you left us, legend, you went too early. RIP. Yes, talking from a South African right there as they prepare to battle Nigeria. Neymar Jr. says, dropping beats and defenders at night football. Hashtag NJR mixtape launching today in Los Angeles. And finally, Amaji Melvin Pinnick, the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, also on Twitter, and he says, we are focused, dedicated, resilient, patriotic, and prayerful. With everybody's support, we will achieve. God bless us all. Hashtag Super Eagles. Now time for us to go straight to the interview room. And one man is ready to give it to us. Salisu Nakonde is his name right here on Sportssquare.
Give me overdose, oh baby, Simon Quay.
Bravo, Romeo, India, Lima, Alpha.
Crowd are on their feet.
B-R-I-L-A, Brilla. www.brilla.net, where everything sports meet, including your radio.
All right, it's all about everything sports. Coming you and coming your way right here from Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Yes, the elders will always tell you that yes, indeed, the death that will kill a man always begins as an appetite. This morning, I have on the line the man called Salisu Nakonde. Good morning to you, Salisu. How you doing?
Good morning, brothers and listeners. Good morning.
All right, Salisu Nakonde, I want to believe that, of course, you had a wonderful night rest, and, of course, you're looking good and sharp this morning. Well, quickly, let's go straight to business. Counting down to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They are already training right now, right there in Uyo, getting set to take on South Africa in AFCON qualifying match that will go down this Saturday. Looking at the Super Eagles, I know you've been following them. What are our chances, if I were to ask you, as we look ahead to that fixture?
We have a brighter chances, actually, according to the way most of our players just end their season right now. We are lucky we don't have much injuries, and almost all players reported to come apart from Ahmed Musa and Ichidile, whom they were expected yesterday night. So I think we have a brighter chance of qualifying.
A good chance of qualifying. But then, of course, looking at it, you want to find out. Looking at the Nigerian players now, in terms of quality, how would you rate us? I mean, you look at the players that we have on offer right now. How would you rate us in terms of quality in our squad?
Yeah, we need to check out the matches they just ended in Europe, the way they play. Actually, I don't have doubts that we can beat South Africa. The only problem is that we may not have we shouldn't have an overconfidence on ourselves. But with the current form of the players, the quality of matches they just finished of recent, I believe we'll have an 8. Even though South Africa, we never lost to them in such a situation, and we're not trying to underrate them. So, and the players playing this Nation Cup, most of them have never ever qualified. Everybody wants to play in one of the international championships. So I think we have quality in our team.
All right, then we have the quality in our team. But then, of course, looking at it, I know that over the years you must have followed South Africa, and they've been talking tough, saying that, you know what, they are coming here to give us a run for our money. Should we be in any way scared of South Africa? Should we, be afraid of them?
No, I think we should just be focused on our play. Normally, anytime we are playing South Africa, they make a lot of noise. I think that should not be a distraction to our strategy. All the boys need to do is that they are here, at least they have a break from the league. They did not play many matches. Now, at least they rested well, they trained together for most number of days. So I believe it's the time we will come out and show South Africa we can still beat them anytime. But we have to respect them. We have to respect their view. Whatever they say, it doesn't matter. But we have to be focused on play and to instruction of the coach. I think the coach was not getting used to the players, but the inclusion of the local players and the ones playing abroad. So I don't know how problem with South Africa.
All right, on a final note, looking at it, Nigeria, of course, did not take part at the African Under-17 Youth Championship that went down in Gabon, where, of course, Mali met victorious at the Under-20 World Cup right now in Korea. The teams that will be playing in the semi-final are Venezuela, Uruguay, Italy, England. They've all made it, but Nigeria not also qualifying. You played as a Golden Eagles player before now. Really, how can we get it right next time so that we don't miss out on tournaments such as this?
Like I always say in this platform of your program, we have to do the right thing. We have to put sentiment apart. We have the talent. It's just how to harness them and use them. We have to forget everybody that is saying this and that. We need coaches that will go around the 36 states. We have talent in Nigeria that God has given to us. So we should know how to harness them and put them at the right place. It's painful. I've been watching all these matches. I'm annoyed. We cannot qualify in the Under-17, Under-20, 2 Nation Cup. So I think this is one of the main reasons why these players need to qualify to play in the AFCON 2019. So it's annoying when you see the cadet championship going on without Nigeria. It's very painful. So the right thing should be done. People should be given, if you appointed somebody to do a work for you, please give him the chance. And I would love the media also to assist in recruiting players around, because you people who go around the 36 states, you see good players, please assist them in identifying good players.
All right, then, on that note, I want to say a big thank you to you, talking about ex-international, former Golden Eagles player, Salisu Nakonde, for your time right here on Sportssquare. Do have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Love you all.
All right, that's how we call it a wrap on the show this wonderful morning right here on your award-winning station, Sports Radio 88.9 Bella FM. The elders will always tell you that the inquisitive eye will only be blinded by its own sight. Yes, indeed. If a man sought for a companion who acted entirely like himself, he should and will end up living in solitude. Yes, indeed. Even the greatest liar among men still speaks the truth to his own son. The elder has left the square this morning, but then, of course, you know, my man is in the building, ready to serve us the latest from Property Mart. What's up, my man?
Hey, my people, thank you, Overdose, for this one where you give me chance to talk. So, yes, my people, I have an interesting information for you this Language Wednesday.
Okay.
You better listen up, because this one is going to change your life for the better. Yes, this one is coming to you from Property Mart.
Okay.
Yes, at Property Mart, and them believe say everybody should have a home. Yes, Uncle, you have it right, Property Mart.
Exactly.
Every man, woman, boy, girl, every children, in fact, even grandpapa and mama should have a home. Now, with as low as 50,000 naira initial deposit.